Hi there. I'm just going to teach you how to make a poster really quickly. Really quick, kind of basic tools that you need. There's going to be another video I want you to watch, but that's pretty much it. Um, so I want you to go ahead to go on a search and then go publisher. You find publisher, click enter. This is the program you're going to make your poster in. So you can choose between having an upright poster or a horizontal poster. I'm gonna do portrait for this example. So first things first, if you go to home, the simple kind of tools you probably want to use is pictures and text box. So if you want to draw a text box, you can just click and drag. You can type in it, and if you highlight it, it gives you the option to change the font. You can move it around, you can make it smaller, you know, yeah. So, and if you want to delete it, click on the border here, the border, the blue line on around it, and click delete. Um, Other thing is pictures. You don't have to click this. Most of the time, I just, for instance, if you have some kind of image online that you want to use, for example, I don't know, say we want to use this one here. I'm pretty sure. You just click and drag. Yeah, click and drag it, and then there you go. Or you can copy and paste. So you can copy, right click, copy image, and then paste. But it's the same thing. Um, so after that, you sorted out text box. You've got pictures. You can make tables if you wanted. A 3 by 3 table, same thing. You can make it larger, and column one. Yeah, it's an example of kind of what you can do here. If you have kind of like statistics or kind of like information you want to show people based on a table, that's a way to do it. Go to home. You can have shapes as well. So if you want to make lines, for example, or if you want to do a triangle, yeah, it's all sorts of different things you can do there. I would be careful of using too many of these shapes though, because they can make the poster kind of look a little cluttered, which basically means that it looks like there's too much going on the screen, and that can basically make your poster look pretty bad. Um, to kind of put it simply, but try to avoid clutter. Um, try to not put too much stuff on the poster, or also kind of um, if there's too much, then people generally speaking don't like to look at too busy posters. That was really hard to say, but anyway, let's move on. So if you're making a poster, more often than not, you're gonna use you're gonna have to do 2 pages, the front and the back of the poster. So let's go to page design and then go to master pages, and then go edit master pages. So what is a master page? Well, basically a master page is if there's anything you want on every single page of your poster, then you put it on this thing, and then basically it makes sure that every single one of your pages has it. It's as simple as that. So probably the first thing I want you to do is go to insert. If you want a page number on each page, you can click on page number and you can choose where you want the page number to appear. Say for instance you go bottom right, so this is where the page is going to appear, the page number. I'm going to insert the Maungana College logo. So I'm going to find that this is my Maungana College logo. I'm going to drag it in, and there we go. So I want the Maungana College logo to be on every single page. I want a border, so go insert, and we can go to borders and accents. This is the border I want to use, so it's going to appear. Click and drag it up to the top left-hand corner, and then click and drag the bottom right-hand corner down to here. And then let go. Now you got a border. Voila. Let's insert, and why don't we do a background? So a background is really important. So let's go on online pictures. Click on online pictures here, and let's search for school, because obviously we're making a poster about schools, and I'm going to pick on this one. So the image is going to appear. So I'm going to click in like the border. I'm going to click and drag it to the top corner, but all the way to the top right-hand corner. Cool. And then we're going to click and drag the bottom right-hand thing up to where it lines up with this, and then click and drag it down here. Cool. So now we have it's a little bit off. Give me a sec. Cool. Now it's over the top of everything. But you notice that this is on top of everything. You can't see the logo anymore. You can't see the border. You can't, and you can't see the number at the bottom. So how we make sure that what's the reason for that? It's because this is on top of the other images. So you see how it says bring forward, send backward. So we're going to send this image backward, and you're going to see the border and the logo. So now we can kind of move these around. We should be able to move. So you see how I can't click on the Mangata College logo? It's because the border is on top of the logo now. So if we move it to the corner, we click on this one, bring it forwards, now we can move it on top of this. So you just got to be careful about where you, the layers that you use, like where, sorry, I feel like I'm making this kind of confusing. I want to explain it better. So in your poster, there's going to be multiple things you put on it. So for instance, we got a border here, we got an image here, and we got the background. Every single one of those things are on what we call layers. There could be 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer. Right now we've got 3 because we've got the background image, we've got the background school picture, we've got the border, and we've got the image. If we right now the image is on top of is in the front, the border is in the middle, and the background is in the back. But if we brought the background to the school background image to the front, you won't see anything anymore because it's being blocked by this image. If we send it back, we can see everything back again. Similarly, if we move the logo back, we won't be able to see it because now it's behind the school background image. I hope that makes it much more clear what's going on. Cool. So one thing you're going to notice is that if you are typing on top of this, blah, 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 let's make it a bit larger. It's not really clear. The text is not very clear. Yeah, you can read it, but it's not as clear as you want it to be. So I would suggest, first of all, I would suggest deleting this text box, but making sure that this background is kind of a light or dark color so that you can actually write on top of it and it's clear what you're doing. So let's go to, we're going to click on the background image. You're going to right click it and go to, oh, give me a second. Right click it, and then you see this little sunny picture. Click on it, and we're going to go to picture corrections options. And depending on what you want to do, you can make, I would say you need to make it more transparent. So say for instance, we're going to do 35%. It basically just makes it lighter so that you can, if you wanted to, you can write on top of it now. Say for instance, we type on top of this, it's going to become way more easier to read. So say for instance, you can read this better, right? And see, like it's much clearer. Alternatively, what you could do is you can make this darker. So you can go to here, and then you can make it darker. So say for instance, we're going to make it 20% brightness, 20% contrast. It should be darker. That might be a little too dark. Let's try something. Let's right click it, go to fan correction, the picture correction, and let's make it, I don't know, 30 instead. Okay, cool. So that looks pretty good. But instead of putting dark, you don't want to put black text anymore if you're going to take this option, because when you write on it, it's black on black, black on dark, which is not easy to read. You can't see that. It's very hard to read. So instead of doing black, you can change the font color to white, and then that's even clearer. So I don't know, Mongolate College newsletter, for example. If the text kind of disappears, it's because your text box is too small. So you can click and drag, and there it is. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna delete that because it's not gonna be every page. Let's see if we can. Okay, we want to make sure that the page number is the right color too. So let's make that white. All right. So this is my what do you call it? Master page. So let's close the master page, and now you notice that your page is already ready to go for you to write your text in because the master page is already completed. So if we make the second page for your poster, you click on this, insert, then you click page. It's also got the same. It's got the background picture. It's got the logo. It's got the border as well. And if you look in the corner, the second page it says 2. On the first page it should say 1. So cool. So I'd say this is a good place to start. One more thing I'd recommend, go to insert and you go to page parts. It gives you kind of different options about text boxes that are kind of more interesting that you could pull in. For example, I could use this one, and you can click and drag it over here, and it's easy to read. I don't know, let's call it Mongolate College. It's too short. Okay, you get the idea. You can have quick and easy kind of like text boxes that appear that are appealing to look at. You can use those and just make sure that they fit with the look of your poster. But thank you so much for listening. There's another video. I'm going to post it in the same Google Classroom post as this video. So be sure to watch that before you start on your own designs. Thank you for listening.